What's going on, everyone? Steve here from NeoVintage Games. How you guys doing today? I'm bringing you guys today another gameplay, solo gameplay. Obviously, my friend Jabril is not with me today. And as you can see, we're playing Street Fighter 5. Obviously, this is the most updated version, the Champion Edition with all the characters. And it's strange to see Street Fighter Street Fighter 5 specifically, do such a turn, such a 180, because when this game launched, I made a video a long time ago that this game was not in a good state. The netcode was terrible, the characters were very limited, which isn't a big issue for me, but there was no story mode, there was no arcade mode, there was pretty much survival and online fighting. That was really all there really was. And the fans quickly made it obvious that that's not what they wanted. So, I mean, look at the roster now. I believe the roster was 12 when it originally launched. I can't even remember, actually. But there were so many fan favorites weren't in the game, and it's great to see them really expand. I do have issues still with all the little microtransactions and forced to pay for that, sort of thing. I kind of wish they went more just on the route that everyone else does, is here's the seasons pass and you get the characters, instead of trying to tongue-in-cheek lie that you can unlock them. Again, I don't play online, I can't go to Evo, I can't go toe-to-toe, so I'm sure some people were able to get most of these characters with their fight money. I know it's also very hard to do that. Street Fighter gets a bad rep for releasing constant additions and upgrades. The main upgrades were always free. The characters and some of those, like certain costumes, did cost money to do. But it's in the same way that Tekken has done 3 seasons worth of characters. All fighting games nowadays, Smash Brothers is on its 2nd season pass. They call them Fighters Pass. Street Fighter does the same, but when they really overhaul and maybe add certain moves, they usually change their name. So it is a staple of Street Fighter now to kind of do that. So we went from Street Fighter 5 to Arcade Edition to Champion Edition, which is great. And I mean, look at where this game ended up. It's nuts to see this, because I've spent so much time in Street Fighter in general that this is maybe one of my favorite Street Fighter games. So we're actually going to play with some of the newer characters. I know the last people that they released, if you haven't seen them, you have Gil and new Seth, which was the original boss from Street Fighter 4, now with this new look for some reason. So we're going to go with Gil. I'm going to go with probably I like the Spartan looking outfit. I will do the red because I think it looks kind of cool.
The time has arrived.
And I just wanted to give a quick look into, just because one of my first videos was Street Fighter, so I thought, why not cap off what is probably the final update to Street Fighter 5, even though they haven't said that necessarily. This still is annoying though. Ads for the game in the game during loading screens. I mean, I have the Champion Edition upgrade kit. You don't need to keep showing me that. It is a little... That is a little redundant in a sense.
That is the truth of what you must see.
Round 1.
And after all these years, I'm still really impressed with the graphic style of Street Fighter 5. I mean, everyone always complained that it almost looked identical to 4, but it isn't. It's more refined. 4 always had more of that cell shade, that ink vibe to it. So it is nice to see it be more clean. The day's probably going to come, we're going to get Street Fighter 6. I don't expect it to look too much different. I don't want a realistic vibe, because that's what you have Tekken for, Dead or Alive. Those are all those more realistic fighters. And I just don't feel like some of these characters would work in that zone, in that aspect. Because, I mean, look at the size of Gil, look at the size of other characters. Just wouldn't make sense. I mean, you have Blanca, who turns literally, electricity. You got these guys shooting fireballs and all these sort of different things. So this art style is good. They'll probably have to do something to change it. I actually like how fluent Gil is. He is from a previous game. He is not a new character. Oh man. I know I seem to be doing a lot of the same moves, because I can't do the breakdowns the way Maximilian does. I watch all his videos, love him, support him. So that's why I end up doing the same moves. But I can see the connecting of the ice to the fire. So again, Gil, most characters in this game are super fast-paced. Gil is obviously someone I need to practice with. This is my first time jumping into the Champion Edition with these characters. And I know Gil's been available for a little while. So So we're going to the next match, obviously trying out the newest character, Seth, which now has the new body some reason. I'm not even sure if it's going to be explained in their arcade mode why that is. Again, showing you in-game ads for all the stuff that's already on the system. I get it if you didn't have the newest update, but I'd rather any other kind of loading screen, not advertisements. Don't give me a giant billboard. So fighting the homeboy Balrog. So I never really played with Seth in Street Fighter 4 because of it being more of like a charade or a combination compilation character. So I won't even really be able to tell the difference between the sets if it's just look. I can see obviously he has some of the newer moves. I don't know if the new look is just to incorporate like female attacks now, because I mean he does seem to have some of Rashid's abilities. Besides that, again, Seth has always just been a weird character to me. That's why I was super surprised that they chose Seth to end Street Fighter 5, or at least this edition. I mean, it is interesting. Again, the moveset is interesting. It does seem to be a little bit more technical. I play a little handsy, and my fingers are all over the place. I'm like 2 steps under a button masher, I'll be honest. So it is interesting to see. We'll see what their ultimate, their super is. I can't remember again. I can't recall if any of this is throwback to Street Fighter 4 or not. So
Seth wins.
I do remember the laugh. I remember that whole setup. That I do remember from Street Fighter 4. Also, I gotta give it to Capcom to really honor their own franchises with some of these bonus costumes. I mean, you have, let me see where it is. You got Ryu with his Arthur outfit, the Jin Saitama, a Mega Man. You have people dressed as Dante, Virgil, Nero from Devil May Cry. You have some of the Monster Hunter outfits. I believe Blanca has, yep, from Monster Hunter. Then I believe Ken actually has the Rathalos armor. Where it is, Rathalos armor. And my favorite, of course, just because I'm such a fan, if you guys tuned into the podcast, such a fan of Beautiful Joe. Where is Rashid? Why can I not spot him? There he is. He has that Beautiful Joe outfit, which is just amazing. I'm probably gonna, to end the gameplay, I'm gonna do a Beautiful Joe fight. So we'll do Beautiful Joe with, I think Cody has a Virgil outfit. Again, Capcom representing. I hope this means that Capcom knows we want more Beautiful Joe, though. So, Capcom, you know what to do. And let's see the in-game ad for today. Alright, so this one is a little bit different. The open beta test information. Which, this kind of stuff makes more sense because the game is always connecting online and it has the big online tournaments and stuff.
Remember the name well.
Look how solid that suit is for Beautiful Joe, though. I mean, for Rashid, that Beautiful Joe one is just so solid. It just makes me want another Beautiful Joe game as soon as possible. And Cody as Virgil just makes him look super buff. But it just makes sense. The way Rashid fights, how he's floaty, the style, even the stance really makes sense to have Beautiful Joe for him. I would have never expected that. With the grab. Again, not a professional Street Fighter player. Love the series, play it a lot. Not gonna lie and say I'm the best. Come on. Also, I'm not a big Rashid player, so my moves are limited to what I know, which is not too much with him. I always end up just doing wind spins. See, look at that stance. It just fits him so well. Fits him too well. Oh, alright. I'll also have to see what I have this on. This may be too easy. Come on. There we go. Bring it up. Sorry, I got silent there for a second. The game just sucks me in. There we go. So we ended it there. Do have to put that difficulty up. It may be down from someone else playing. Again, that's just wanted to give another quick update, another quick preview into Street Fighter V. Jabril is also another big fan. I don't know if he's kept with all the editions. I know he did buy in when it was the arcade edition. There's been 2 seasons since then. So hopefully him and I can get together soon and do some verses and discuss where we think the series should go and kind of just discuss Street Fighter in general. So that's definitely something for you guys to look forward to. It's something I'm looking forward to. So that should be great. Again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you haven't, for some reason, Street Fighter V now is more than ever the perfect time to buy. If you do, please buy the Champion Edition. It may be a little bit more expensive, but you get all the costumes, you get all the characters, and that way you just have more of that full package. If you waited this long, you'll get the full package. You don't get all the stages, though. Some of the stages you still have to purchase. But, I mean, all in all, you have a pretty wide and variety of characters. Gil, Kage, I mean, you have, of course, some familiars, Alex, Mika, Cammy, newcomers, of course, Nakali. So again, now's the time to get in. If you for some reason haven't, that's just my PSA for today. If you haven't for some reason gotten Street Fighter V, get the Champion Edition because you'll get the full package. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I know it was a nice little quick video for you guys. Take care.